If you want to display your query results directly in the report, you use one of three data regions. A table has a fixed number of columns. The number of rows will vary according to your query results. Although this table doesn't show it, you can also add grouping and subtotals to a table. Next, a matrix has a variable number of rows and columns. You can also add grouping and subtotals to a matrix layout. The third type of a data region is a list, which is a free-form area which repeats its contents according to a grouping that you've defined. In this particular example, I've placed a table and a chart inside of a list, and then defined the grouping by sales territory. So I get one instance of the table and chart for Europe, and another instance of the table and chart for North America. Reporting Services also includes a variety of data regions that you can use for data visualization. There are a lot of different types of charts that are supported, and the great thing about charts is that you have the ability not only to define the data that appears in the chart, but you can also configure the details of each of the chart elements, such as the axis titles, whether it include a legend and how it appears, the individual colors that you want to use for each series, and so forth. In SQL Server 2008, the gauge was introduced. A gauge is useful for visual comparisons of a value, such as you might have in a key performance indicator. A value will be shown as a pointer on a scale, as you see here, and that value is compared to a range, as shown by the red zone here. More data visualizations were added to SQL Server 2008 R2, such as this data bar, which adds inline charts for single data points, and also the spark line, which adds inline charts for a series of data points. Last, we have indicators, which provide another way of comparing values to goals, using a variety of shapes or colors, and even your own images if you prefer to use something other than the icons that are available out of the box. SQL Server 2008 R2 also added map controls for spatial data visualization. You can create a map to display points, even using Bing integration if you like to bring in street-level detail. You can also create a map to display lines if you need to show routing information. Or you can create maps based on polygon shapes.